Once upon a time, 4,000 years ago, there lived a fairy named Chang'e, who went to live on the moon. She was married to the fierce archer, who had shot down 8 sons. Chang'e decided she'd had enough of her husband. One night, she escaped from the earth and ran away to the moon. And ever since then, she's been singing and dancing under the stars. But now, when she looks down at the earth, she sees that China has changed. A line from a new poem says, "Up on the moon, Chang'e thinks about coming home." There is another story from the 16th century, the pilgrimage to the west. Traveling west are Sansang the monk and his 3 disciples, the wicked witch, the stubborn pig, and the fighting monkey. The witch, disguised as a young girl, has decided she must have a taste of Sansang's flesh. But the monkey, who is brave, clever, and patient, protects Sansang from the witch's evil spells. Finally, her tricks give out, and the monkey beats her with his stick. These stories are illustrated in ivory, mother of pearl, and shell, mounted on lacquered panels. Everyone knows these old tales. Everyone knows their new interpretations. The monkey stands for revolutionary courage, intelligence, and perseverance. Sansang the monk hesitates and makes mistakes, but in the end, he rallies to the cause. And the pig is the stubborn one who is set in his old ways. What has become of these traditional handicrafts? Before, Chinese craftsmen practiced their arts in the city streets. They lived and worked in a special section of Peking. The secrets of their art were passed on from father to son. Today, the old craftsmen teach their skills to a new generation of young workers. All the handicrafts that are to be kept alive have been brought together in collective workshops. These craftsmen still make quite a few objects that we used to call Chinese curios, like this Buddha, for example. These pieces are being made for export. This work is a masterpiece of traditional art. It is carved out of an elephant tusk and represents years of collective effort. All the wonders of the world are here. The pyramids, Babylon's hanging gardens, the temple of Angkor Wat, the Great Wall, all the peoples of the world, the filmmaker behind his camera, a mosque with its minaret, a Roman aqueduct, the Colosseum, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Acropolis, and the Eiffel Tower. The problems here are all on the inside of the bottle. Traditional paintings are being reproduced in miniature. These bottles have a long history. In the 15th century, they were used as perfume bottles and made of porcelain. 3 centuries later, when Christian missionaries brought snuff to China, the bottles were used as snuff boxes. It was at this time that they were made of glass and painted on the inside to imitate the porcelain. How are little dolls made? This one's made of honey, flour, and coloring.